the mouth of Matazz.
You've been baptized.
I have nothing to offer. Blood.
Your complete attention, if you please.
She just goes a little mad sometimes. We all go a little mad sometimes.
All right, now explain to us, Junior, about this name change.
This name change. Okay, so it all started 23 years ago.
Oh.
So what it is Christopher Pierce. So my dad, he actually went to prison 23 years ago. So it was 6 months after I was born. So what it was they named me a horrible name. And I hate it. A horrible name, and we won't expose it right now. But what it is so Christopher, my mom wanted to name me Christopher. And my dad, well, he was a gangbanger. And so he was from the Pierce Boys. And he wanted to name me Pierce. But it all came out of like jokes and things like that. But I just put two and two together.
Wait, what was the name of the gang?
The Pierce Boys.
The Pierce Boys.
What's up?
Wow. Well, what's the city? Where?
It was in Pacoima, California.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was legit. I mean, it was really cool. I look at pictures and I'm like, whoa, like they dress pretty cool. I see it a lot different than the way they seen it.
Yeah.
But
It was in the 80s?
no, it was in the 80s.
What city was this?
It was Pacoima.
Where's that?
Pacoima, California. So it's in San Fernando, the
Okay.
San Fernando Valley.
Okay.
So it was during the time of like NWA, like I guess when like the core gangs were out, you know? And it was really cool.
Well, anyways,
like,
audience, we have Christopher Pierce,
Christopher Pierce.
a local actor, a really good friend
This
of
is
mine.
the birth of
This is the birth of
announcement.
this
the
is
announcement.
He just changed his name
Just right now.
live on the on the air. You guys will listen to this later.
But it is nice.
And my co-host, Justin Snipes.
Hey.
What's up?
Not much. How are y'all?
I like your name a lot.
You have an actor's name.
Oh, thank you.
Before we get started, I want to give my little beginning of the episode shout out to Zen Curry. Yes, Zen Curry, I'm talking to you. Don't ask me if I'm sure I want the spiciest shit you serve, okay? So basically, this place, they serve curry. This place is really good, actually. So you guys, I'm not bashing them. The food is really good. They serve curry, and then it's like they have these 10 levels, right? My spice tolerance is legendary. It's legendary. Like, I could handle some spice. So obviously, when I sit down, and they're like, what level of curry do you want? I'm like, give me a 10. Now, the first time I went, though, at Hawaii, it was way back. It might have been even last year. I sat down. I was like, I'm going to do the 10. And the waiter came and was like, are you sure? And then he had me kind of scared. Like, oh, maybe I'm not sure. How hot is it?
Did you have to sign like a piece of paper?
No, I didn't have to do a waiver or anything like that. But he had me kind of shook. And then, like, even
And
like,
it's kind of rude to turn it down. Too,
yeah, and I'm
to try
like,
it.
well, maybe I'm not. Nobody has asked me, am I sure before? Like, do people order 10s at all? And he had me kind of scared. So I was like, you know what? Just to be safe, I'm going to go with the 8. I got the 8. Let me tell you, ketchup has more spice than this shit had.
What?
It was not spicy at all. Basically gravy. I was so mad. I was like, you scared me. It wasn't even about, the food was still good. The fact that I let him scare me into getting the 8, knowing I could handle some spice. So we went back last night with Chris, Sam, Lex, Hoy, and I was like, they're not going to get me this time. So, of course, I sit down without even looking at the menu.
And you said the 10.
I said, give me a motherfucking 10. And the guy, same reaction. Are you sure? 10? A 10? I'm like, yes, a 10. Don't ask me again. And then, like, so they bring out the 10. It had a little tingle, but it wasn't, like, crazy. So I'm like, okay.
Now, have you ever had anything that like was crazy that you were like, no, I can't?
I'll get to that later.
Okay.
It never been crazy where I said, no, I can't handle it, but it has kicked my ass.
Okay.
I'll get to that place after this.
I actually had curry one time. And I don't even know what it really is.
I don't know what it is. It's like gravy and rice and, like, meat.
But mine wasn't spicy. I actually stayed over one of my aunt's house. She's a porn star, but she knows how to
cook. She uses the curry in the
but
porn.
it's the craziest. Well, it's very random. But yeah, we stayed at my
Porn star aunt's house.
Yeah, and she knows how to cook.
Damn.
And I had some, and I was kind of nervous because I was like, well, I don't know if she can cook or not, or if it's gonna be spicy. Because I can't. If they would ask me that, I'd say a 1. And if they asked me if I was sure, I'd say, yeah, no shit. Like,
yeah, he had me kind of shook the first time, but this time last night he did not. I got it, I ate it, killed it. Didn't even take a sip of my water. It's the weakest thing ever. So then he comes back. He's like, oh yeah, you had the spicy one. And then something came up. I don't know. A conversation came up, and he was like, yeah, we have more than 10 levels. I'm like,
Oh my god.
well, what are you talking? How many levels do you have? He's like, some people come in here and order 100. I'm like, what? You have 100 levels? Like, no, not really. It's kind of like once it gets that high, it kind of just gets like, you know. But he's
they
like,
start counting by hundreds.
I don't recommend you get that. I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm like, wait, how many levels? What should I get next time? He's like, you could get up to 100, but he said it again. I don't recommend you get it. I'm like, listen to me right now. I don't care what you recommend. Last time I came here, you recommended an 8, and that was nothing. And your 10 is nothing. I can handle 100. So Zalba curry, I'm coming back for you. I'm coming back. I'm getting 100.
You need to take me with you.
Yeah, I'm
But
getting
I'll probably
100,
get the
and I'm gonna record it on my phone. I'm gonna have a segment to see what my reaction is. They're probably gonna hear this. They're gonna probably put 2 ghost chilies in my shit, and I'm in the hospital, and I'm gonna keep eating it because like my pride is too strong, even though it's killing me. No, Zalba, I'm coming back for you. I'm really coming back for you. Y'all don't know what y'all just opened a can of worms. Welcome to the mouth of Matazz.
On the mic in my brain, get in the middle with my friend. On the mic in my brain, get in the middle with my friend. None of my mind for me, and then let's go to the paradise, my land. I don't wanna live in one, listen, the government is forbidden for me, for you, for us, for them. So I got my banjo out, sipping, catching dust. Painting right across the face, the name is medical bus. Folks were sad to see me go, but I don't mean that. So I said goodbye, Kansas Slow, and hello, Washington.
Now, let's go to the beginning with me and Christopher Pierce. It's gonna take a while.
Okay, so every time me and Brandon link up, it's just, I don't know, it's really random, isn't it?
Yeah, it is very random.
From
And we have
photo shoots to random videos.
Yeah. So basically, I was in film school, and we had these in-class projects, and Christopher Pierce was one of the actors.
Wasn't Christopher Pierce back then.
Wasn't Christopher Pierce. That just happened now. I'm talking about 4 years ago. So we just gave the birth of Christopher Pierce on the mouth of
that it's been
Matazz.
4 years already?
I know. Don't remind me. It's like really, it depresses me. I'm getting old, but it's okay. We was born in the right generation, so. But anyways, we was in like in-class shoot, and we linked up.
I actually wasn't going to go to that audition, you know that? I really wasn't.
Look how life works out.
I know.
And if you didn't,
we are.
wouldn't have happened.
This is all at UNLV?
No, it's at CSN.
Okay, CSN.
CSN.
Okay.
I was in a film program, an amazing film program, by the way. Shout out to John Aliano. That was the teacher. You remember him?
I remember.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
But it was weird
It was
because
so legit. Remember when we were talking about how I felt that nobody wanted to talk to me?
Yeah. Here's the thing. And on a movie set, to keep it organized, because there's so many different positions, we have 3 different pyramids in like a filmmaking during production. Mm-hmm. And basically there's one with the director. Director is the only person that talks to the actors.
Okay.
So you
wow.
could minimize the whole confusion of people getting into conversations because shit just has to get done.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that.
Yeah, he didn't know that. He's just
I
coming
really
on the
didn't.
set, and he
That
was
was
like,
my first-
"Why isn't anybody talking to me?" And we had to be like, we had to shun him because we would get like a downgrade if we was talking to the actor. The director was the only person to be talking to the actor. On that set, I was the cinematographer, so I was at the top of my own pyramid and had to do it the lighting. So the only people I talked to was the gaffers and grips, and then the 3rd pyramid is the audio guy, and he taught like the boom mic operator. Mm-hmm. He has a very small crew. It's just the audio, but. I'm sorry. I'm sorry we didn't talk to you. I
No,
feel bad.
felt so bad. I mean, it was nice. Like they had me.
But you stayed
It was
focused,
very
right?
luxurious. Yeah, it was. It was actually really, really, really. Like I don't know how to say it. It was just. It was like a learning experience.
Now, was that your first like legit
It was my first legit filming.
filming?
Yeah. Oh, but I hate it. Every time I watch it, I cringe.
I know. Yeah.
I hate it.
I hate seeing
wa-
myself
yeah,
on. I hate
it's-
seeing myself on film.
Yes, it's different from like recording than something else. Like especially when you're somebody else, and I critique myself so bad.
Honestly, that's my biggest problem with film. I'm such a perfectionist. Like I cannot let anything go.
Do you remember when we would take pictures? How
Yeah.
bad it was to choose
Yeah,
like the
choose
right
the
pictures
right-
and to edit?
It's really, really hard.
It was so.
I'm in a position in my life where I'm just frustrated with film right now. You know, broadcasting was my original thing. So me being behind this mic is just me going back to like my OG, like high school,
Your roots, yeah.
my roots for real. But film is like the love of my life. But the thing about it is you cannot do it by yourself. It's like the most frustrating thing. Like the last movie I made was a movie called Jinx and had to do with voodoo in New Orleans, and it was really cool. And I worked my ass off on it. And then I'm like I'm literally on the set, like got everything together. We set up lights. I mean, everything is there. And the actress calls, Brandon, I don't think I'm gonna make it tonight. My dad is in the hospital. I'm like, bitch, your dad could die tonight. You have to get to this set. You have to come. Like, this is due in 3 days, and I haven't even started editing yet. Fuck editing, I haven't even filmed it yet. This is gonna take all night. So she ended up coming. I was livid. And then like the actor, like I had to pick him up because he had no car. I was like, fine, I'll pick you up. I'm like outside of his house texting him, he's not picking up. I'm like, we have to film this tonight. It's already gonna be unfinished. I just need this last shot, and you just don't answer your phone as hard as I'm working on this thing.
Where was I at?
I don't know. Where were you?
Where was Christopher Pierce?
I don't know. And they wasn't even real. Well, she was, but he wasn't. But he did good his first shots. It was so bad that I never got them in the frame together, the whole film. And I had to make it look like their schedules were so conflicting.
Oh man.
You know
Yeah.
that there's
Yeah.
a lot of big films where that happens.
Yeah.
Some actors refuse to talk to other actors
Yeah.
while filming.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
See, I can't handle that shit. I think when people get paid, that drops, and then they're just like, you know what? I'll do whatever you say because I'm getting paid.
Yeah.
So, but when people are not getting, they have their jobs, they say, I understand.
But it's also different because when people get paid too much,
Yeah.
it switches it up too, where they don't want to do as much because they think that they're worth so much.
Yeah.
So I think everybody should start doing things for free.
So my whole plan with filmmaking at this point in my life is to make my whole budget by myself some kind of other way, and then make a film where I have full creative control. Don't have to mess with a studio, nothing. How about that?
There you go.
I think I solved it.
Sundance. Here we go.
Here we go. Here we come.
Going back to that, where you need like a team, it is so tough finding
Yeah,
people
it's
who are
tough,
just so
man.
dedicated. And
As dedicated as you are.
yes, that's even trying to find people who are more, that way it pushes you.
Yeah.
And so right now, I'm at the place where I feel like I need motivation from myself.
Yeah.
I've been trying to find it with other people, with things, and I feel like where I'm at right now, I need to go back to where I go back from the beginning and start again.
Okay.
And what I wanted to do was like a documentary,
Okay.
just for myself, like
Yeah, yeah,
maybe
yeah.
not ever released.
I always thought about that. I always thought like maybe I should start getting this
Everything
era in my
recorded.
life recorded
Yeah.
somehow. Damn.
That's cool.
But I'm usually the one recording shit.
Yeah.
How do we work that out? I'll
wish
get
I
a
could
selfie
clone
stick and
myself.
just just film everything I
Just
do.
like one of these mics and like I like the lighting here, so one of them.
But it has to be artistic.
It does have to be artistic, and
It
that's
can't
what's so
seem
tough.
like
It can't seem like an iPhone recording.
Yeah.
And that's my thing. Like I had told Josh, and I was like, "Hey, do you want to record me?" He's like, "Oh, sorry, I don't record. I star." And I'm like, "Whatever." Okay, whatever.
My
So I
bad.
was like, "Yeah, okay, whatever. All right."
Damn.
Yeah, but I'm really even on people like that. I'm really tough.
Yeah.
Like I have this vision, and I feel so bad sometimes because I wish that everybody's seen what I seen. And I feel like sometimes I come off like an asshole, or sometimes I come off as too much. But I just want everything to, like, just, I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Now, how was your experience in LA when you moved to LA?
Oh, it was amazing.
As an actor to move to
So
LA?
as a person,
Yeah.
I moved out. Well, I don't know. So I moved out there in 2011, and I did it for acting. And when I got there, during the whole, I think it was 8 months, just 8 months that I was there, I went to one audition. But going out there, I ended up, instead of finding my career, I ended up kind of finding myself.
Yeah.
And that's where I ended up discovering myself more as a person. And that's why I missed that time in my life so much, that era. And I wish that that would have been like documented.
Yeah.
Because that's
yeah.
so,
yeah, you
so,
see?
so, yeah. So that's why, I don't know, I wish I had like an imaginary friend who would say, hey.
A fairy to just hold a camera.
Very, yeah. With like amazing.
With like a very
angles.
amazing visual sense.
Yeah. Who carry around like the whole lighting sticks. And
Have you ever dabbled in film, Justin?
I haven't. No, not at all. Well, actually, they did a. I've been an extra in a film. That's
Really?
That's about as.
Hey, that's
Which one?
shit. That's more than most.
As far as well, in Atlanta, they were. I'm not sure when this movie's coming out. You know the Marvel movies,
Yeah.
Ant-Man.
Oh yeah, it's coming out soon.
Yeah, did in Atlanta in downtown in Buckhead. They did like a little scene in a restaurant. I'm not even sure. You're supposed to be talking about it, but yeah, in the restaurant, and then people were just sitting there
Okay.
eating dinner. That was about it.
So are you gonna be in the frame?
No, I don't know anything about that. Like we were there for 12 hours, and they had like hundreds of people. So I'm not real sure. You know, they switched people in and out.
So at that time, did you know it was for the Ant-Man, or did they not disclose that?
They were being kind of hush hush, but I knew one of the guys from the talent agency, and he kind of gave me the,
The inside scoop.
yeah, the inside scoop on it.
I want to know what movie I'm in.
right now,
No, like
Oh.
no,
This is a
like
movie?
if I was in like an extra in something, I want to know.
Yeah.
Because I got invited to be an extra in The Hangover 3 or whatever the film came when it came back here.
and what happened?
I just didn't go. Like,
Well, you mean you get paid a little bit? I mean, it's not
get paid.
nothing, to brag
actually,
about.
it wasn't in front of the camera. It was like something had to do it behind. They needed like another gaffer or something.
When I was in LA, they actually wanted to recruit me to do. It was gonna be a reality show, and I was like, I don't ever really want to do reality, but I was desperate, and I was like, okay, whatever. So I show up to the agency, and then she's like, okay, well, it's actually gonna be a courtroom thing,
Okay.
and I was like, okay, so what do I have to do? She's like, all you have to do is argue. So a lot of those things are fake.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
so I was like, okay, so I'm gonna go on stage and I'm just gonna argue with somebody. Like, yeah, you really have to.
Wait,
do
it
that.
was like Judge Judy?
I don't know what it was. It was more like it wasn't Judge Judy. It was a guy.
But was it like a TV show like
It was
that?
a TV
It
show.
was like
Like,
yeah,
it was a known TV show.
What's that guy's name? Judge Joe Brown.
Judge Joe Brown, that's my
That was
nigga.
probably him.
That's my nigga. He tell it like it is.
He does.
Oh man.
No, I mean, my government teacher said that stuff is real in high school. We asked him straight up. He was like, yes, it's real. Like that crazy stuff actually goes through courtrooms. I don't know what you was on. I think it might be illegal for them to fake that kind of thing, actually.
Because it should be.
It's like the law.
Yeah, I think it's just like small claims court. is all
Yeah,
that is.
yeah, exactly. That's what it is. That's what he said it is.
Yeah, just like little civil disputes.
Yeah.
We should just take a trip to LA.
Yeah.
So were you on screen in that?
No, I didn't go. I went
Oh, you
back
didn't
home
go.
and I
Oh,
was like,
okay.
you know what? No, I don't. I'm really happy that I believed in myself that much
Yeah.
to not like take little dumb things.
Yeah.
But you know what? But I did a lot, honestly, and it had nothing to do with acting. It was just like I met so many people that I'm still friends with. So
Yeah.
many adventures. It was just like moments. It was like really cool things, and I don't know. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds like a great learning experience because you went out there for one thing, you wanted to pursue the acting thing, and you dabbled in that a little bit, but you had a great time and you had other experiences along the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I struggled in a lot, and I think it's been 2 years already since I came back,
I wish you wouldn't remind me of how fast the years go by.
was that I came back.
That's when you came
Yes.
back. Yeah.
I get so mad at myself that I came back. And still to this day, I'm so mad at myself because I feel like ever since I crossed that line of LA to Vegas, I felt like I gave up on myself. And I'm trying to like reestablish myself,
Yeah,
even
yeah.
to myself, not even to like the public or not even
Yeah.
to anybody, just to myself, enough where I do drop my shit and just leave like I
Yeah.
did. And sometimes I want to do it so bad, but I don't think as of now I believe in myself that much. And I think that's the hardest.
LA is tough, man.
It's
LA
tough,
is dog
but
eat dog.
getting there is right now tough for me. Before I was like, oh, whatever, I'm just gonna do it.
Yeah.
And getting there was like, now that I've been there, I'm like, okay, I kind of know.
No, yeah.
But kind of. It's just like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
whatever. But now it's getting there.
Yeah.
Everything just switched up.
That's scary, man.
I know.
That is so scary.
I
just to
can't
move.
sleep at night because of that. Because I came back.
Hey, I don't think it's a failure. You know, I think life takes you like through different hills and valleys. And you can read any success story in Hollywood and business and music. Everybody had a rock bottom. And you need that rock bottom to raise back up. Nobody just, goes, maybe few people, but most people, it's hills and valleys.
Even when you make it
Yeah,
as
yeah,
money goes,
exactly.
whatever,
It
people
doesn't
still,
stop,
Yeah,
yeah.
no one ever really stays relevant.
You're
I
right.
guess when you're trying to be like in the public eye, it's tough. But I think what matters is when you make it for yourself.
Yeah.
And I think that's the hardest thing. And I feel like even if I get to that status, inside I still don't think that I'll feel like I've made it.
Well, so what will make you feel like you made it?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't even think that
Discovered it.
being in a movie would
Yeah,
be
that's
that.
only the beginning.
Yeah, like, I don't know. I feel like I want to do so much. Like, maybe something even where not even millions of people see it. Maybe even like the documentary that I'm talking about. Even if I just do that,
Yeah.
I feel like it's just a step closer.
Yeah.
Where to, I don't know. But I don't know.
Yeah, like something like that you can, put your heart and soul behind and be passionate about. Yeah, that would be great. But no, not everything's just because you don't necessarily succeed at the goal that you were setting out for. That doesn't necessarily mean it's a failure. It's probably a good thing because, without obstacles, you can't. If you always succeed, how are you ever learning anything?
Right.
So by
Yeah,
having
that's
all
true.
those failures,
Right.
you build up all those failures, and then you're not as, when you go into a situation, you're not like, oh my God, am I going to fail? It's just like, if I fail, I fail. At least I did my best.
Yeah, and I
You know?
think that's what I've been struggling with. Right now, my main focus is trying to build, I guess, a team.
Mm-hmm.
I want a small team, but enough where like each person believes in me and that I believe in.
Yeah,
But we
yeah.
just help each other.
That's so fucking hard to find.
No, but 4 years ago I found you.
Yeah, true. True.
But
But hey, I'm a diamond in the rough.
in the rough.
Not trying to toot my horn, but you know what I'm saying? Actually, I'm like like coal.
of Colin.
I'm cold.
Colon.
Okay, you need to answer both of you actually. Answer my favorite questions.
Okay.
Questions I ask all the guests. I'm just gonna make it a thing. Like we're just gonna ask every guest these questions.
What is it? I knew you were gonna ask me questions.
Of course. Both of you actually. Y'all haven't been up here, so
Let's do this.
Christopher Pierce.
All right.
If you could choose to have one superpower, what would it be? Go.
The power to heal.
Oh, wow, we haven't heard that one
Yeah,
yet.
like-
And why? I think
feel
that's
like
self-explanatory.
There's so many people out there who are just so dumb.
So would you touch them and then you heal them? Oh, you gonna heal their intellect?
Maybe. No, I just feel like some people are very, how do I say it? I don't know why I said that, but I thought about, some people are very judgmental.
So it's not just healing sickness.
It's not just healing, like, I'm serious, like when I said healing stupidity, like some people are just
yeah.
so dumb.
So would
Like,
you make them smart?
No, I make them not be mean, I guess. What I can't stand is when people are so rude about anything. It could be about how someone looks, about how someone.
I think you can have a better power if you don't like rude people. You could get something badass to kill them.
Oh shit! No,
You
you
could
could
be
then
like-
go to jail. I'd probably end up on one of those shows.
Not if you have a superpower.
Kill
Not if
everybody.
you have a superpower, the police ain't gonna fuck with you. Now me, I'll be a telekinetic. I already said that. And I mean, I hope somebody fuck with me. All I have to do is think about it and they gone, right? Dust. So I think you should be a telekinetic.
Me a telekinetic.
Yeah, because then you just destroy stupid people.
But isn't telekinetic when you can control people, or how is that?
It's like when whatever you think of
You know what?
happens. Jean Grey.
I just want to be rogue.
Oh, so you want to do the opposite. When you touch somebody, you actually kill them.
Oh, wait, Mystique. Never mind, Mystique.
Mystique?
Yeah,
A shapeshifter.
Well, we can steal other people's superpowers.
let's do it.
Well, that's Rogue's. Rogue's power
It's
in
the-
X-Men is to steal other people's power.
Oh, okay.
So she touches them and they get drained and she takes whatever they are.
Okay, I've seen the movies. I just not.
Yeah.
I don't know their names.
What would you be, Mr. Snipes?
I think I'd have to go with I don't know what you call it, but kind of like Hollow Man. You remember that old movie with
Hollow Man.
Kevin Bacon?
So he's like,
He's like he like goes invisible and he can like I guess I'm not sure if he can walk through walls, but I know he can see through them. So it's kind of like the ultimate perverted person's like superhero power.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
so it's
nice.
basically like peeping toms.
yeah, I like that
That's
one.
good for like a 13-year-old boy. Like,
Or a 27-year-old.
How would you use that to better, like, you know, like how would you use it to
Humanity.
save the world? Would you be a villain or a superhero?
Probably a little of both.
Okay.
You know, I could save some
anti-hero.
Save some women. You know, they look a little lonely in their apartment. And
Their apartment.
Yeah. They all of a sudden a little knock at the door.
Yeah.
Who was that? You know.
And then would you disappear before they know who you are and just walk in? Or you can walk through walls, so you don't have to wait for them to open their door.
No, I'll just be like, you know, show up in like a flower or two and be like, hey, it looks
What
like
would
you
your
need
name
an
be?
extra hand.
what would your name be?
Oh God, I don't know. Glass Man.
Glass man.
Like that.
I like your name. You have a badass name. You don't have to change your name.
Or just Glass?
Glass. There we go.
Snipes.
Glass
Snipes.
Snipes.
There we go.
Glass Snipes. There you go.
Got it.
Glass Snipes.
The birth of Glass.
Watch out, ladies. Watch out. Another question.
Okay, let's go. You
Christopher.
answer it first.
Okay, let's go. Start with Snipes. If you could go back to a specific place in a specific time, where would you go in history?
Oh, not just in my
Oh,
life.
no, not in just your life, anywhere in history.
I don't know. I guess I would say with the dinosaurs, maybe.
Really?
Yeah.
And why?
I don't know because like we have information about it, and we have movies and stuff, I guess. But I don't know. I'd like to actually see it because
You know
all-
what? Yeah, that's a good. I never thought of that going back that far.
Yeah,
but
because-
that would be interesting to see.
Yeah, but because like I see people all the time. I don't see
Yeah.
George Washington and all that, you know,
Right.
and that ugly ass wig. So I'll just go back and just hang with the caveman.
Damn, that'd be scary though, because you don't know what the fuck could come out the bushes.
I know. I wouldn't even need my Hollow Man superpower if I went back. You know, they're just
Yeah.
they're straight natural.
Yeah. Wow.
No windows or doors. Or
No, that would be really scary though, because you don't know what organisms, like what's going on.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Like you could get killed in a second.
Not if you're Glass Man.
Oh, not if you glass Snipes. Where would you go, Christopher?
Oh man, I wish I would run first because
I know he
don't know,
blew it
like,
out the
he-
water.
yeah,
I
he
never
got it.
even thought about going that far.
ooh, let's see. So anywhere in history.
Anywhere in history, any specific time, place.
All right, well, my life is history. So
Wow, you just.
I'm joking. But okay, so I don't know. I really don't know. But so when I was a kid, we used to go visit my dad, right? And I don't remember any.
Wait, your dad was a gangster.
But
So was he in jail?
He went to prison when I was 6 months.
Okay.
And for life, so he's still in.
Oh,
yeah.
he was serious.
Can't believe I
then.
never told you.
Yeah, I never knew that.
You know what? I like this stuff. I don't know. No, so he did end up going to prison for I don't know whatever, but so I don't have any memory of my mom, my dad, and me together. But one, it's like a vague memory. It's like I look back at it and it's like a 1 second thing where it's just like a flashback, and I would love to go back and just experience that.
Yeah.
And just
See what it
hold it
was.
in, just see
Yeah.
how more I can get out of it.
Yeah, that's good.
But that. We'll keep that. Keep
So
it
would you
simple.
want to like relive it literally or just watch it from
You know what?
the sideline?
If I can do it again,
Mm-hmm.
like if I could get both of them, that would be so cool. But I don't think I would want.
Damn,
I
he's
think
in there for life?
Yeah, for
Damn,
life.
that's so like
story
just
of my life.
That's like imagine being in jail for life.
Now, have you ever went to visit him, or can you?
Yeah, no, I've been there. I think what
Okay.
makes it hard is, I mean, as an innocent man in prison,
He's innocent?
Innocent man in prison. Yeah, I'm sure it's even more tough.
Oh, wait, your dad is not innocent. You just talking about in general.
No. He is innocent.
He innocent?
Okay.
Yeah,
What?
yeah. You have to look it up. So
What the fuck?
Yeah, like growing up, I never asked too many questions.
Yeah.
I was just like, okay, I'll deal with it the best way I can.
Yeah.
I'm someone that'll just block things off.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember looking him up online, and I typed his name in, and after that I put murder, and there he comes. Like the first link, he's right there. It was so big in California, and you know, my whole life I never really asked, but everybody would tell me no, he's innocent. And my mom, she would be looking into my mom's eyes. I know that
Yeah.
she's not lying, and something just tells me that he is, and I believe it.
Now, do you want to disclose his name on the air to the listener?
No, we can't yet. I think that's what makes it cool. Not
I feel like they
cool,
want to look it up
but
now.
I'm sure they do, but I don't know. I think that's too personal, you know?
So what details can you give us about his?
So the story. So, like I said, it was like in the valley, whatever, and there was people who would go. They would go rob grocery stores, right?
Okay.
And they would hold them for ransom, and they would just take the money and leave. So there was 3 guys, and what it was one of them ended up shooting somebody while that guy was on the phone. I guess they held the grocery store at ransom, and that guy didn't want to hang up. He ended up shooting him, and he was on the phone with his wife. So that was when things got really serious.
Yeah.
And
That's when it goes from like
and
misdemeanors.
I guess in California, the thing is like if you ever do go to jail, or like a minor goes to juvenile hall, they take a picture of you and they put in this book. And my dad was in that book because he had went to juvie, I think when he was 14 or something. So his picture was in there. So I guess when all the witnesses that were looking through the books, they were choosing people. And he ended up coming out. So there's actual wanted posters of my dad.
Wow.
For like a prize and everything. So when his name came out, I guess they were at the situation where he was like, you know what, I'll just go in. You guys can collect the prize and then just bail me out.
Yeah.
Thinking it was gonna be that easy.
Easy.
But you know, whenever that stuff was happening, he was with my mom, with my grandparents that day. They even have they were trying to get a video of him going into I think it was like, what are those things, those VHS when you rent a movie?
Oh, like Blockbusters?
Yeah, there you go, but it wasn't Blockbuster.
It could have been
Blockbuster in the hood.
The little rent the CDs thing or the DVDs.
Well, this was back in the time.
Yeah, VHS. So it was.
VHS.
What were
This
those
is
called?
90s.
Those. I don't know. Just a video store.
Just a video store, yeah.
Yeah. So there was
Missed those.
actual video of him going in. So, I mean, during that whole time.
And you know,
living-
like, yeah.
Yeah. It was. I'm sure it was
hard.
very tough for them. But out of me, my mom, and him, I feel like each one of us has a different. We were all still going through it differently.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to learn that growing up.
Yeah.
So.
Damn, I'm very interested now.
Oh, you are.
Yes. You never told me this.
I know. You know what? But it's so weird that I don't tell anyone.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, you don't have to disclose his, you know? That's a very
Yeah.
fascinating story.
It's.
I wondered, like, I can't even imagine I have nothing to lose. Damn, I have to take your superpower, Justin. I have to get out of there. I can't sit in there.
Yeah, it's really tough. So he actually wrote me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But the thing is, I haven't seen him in like 10 years.
Yeah.
Not because I hate him. I don't like him. Not because it's just so hard to see your dad in prison.
Yeah.
And it sucks because he's such a good guy.
Yeah.
You want him to be like.
And he made that mistake when he was so young.
Yeah.
It's just like,
So.
we all make mistakes that young. He's just.
How old
But
was
that
he?
what do you mean? How old was he? How old am I? 23? He was 18? 20? No, he was 20?
Oh wow.
Yeah.
No. Can you imagine?
19,
Yeah,
20.
I feel like we need to do something about, like, when you're young, you do all kind of stupid
All
stuff.
kinds of stupid shit.
I remember like things just 10 years ago that I would never think about doing now.
Yeah.
It's just the way your mind develops.
Yeah, exactly.
And I feel like maybe like with the Ritalin and stuff, they're trying to like prescribe to all these kids today.
Yeah.
Now they're trying to give them to like little boys, but what are little boys? Little boys
Right.
are just hyper,
yeah.
and they just want to be outside and kick the soccer ball. They don't
Right.
want to sit inside. You know what I mean?
So is it something that calms them down, or what is that?
Basically, I took it when I was young. I was hyperactive and considered ADD, but I'm not so sure, that I was, because I feel like they're overdiagnosing everybody.
Yeah.
But I just think, little boys especially, they have their...
See, that's why I
Just wanna
like
go
our
play.
generation, because we were able to be kids.
Yeah.
That brings us in a whole new topic. Like, what? I was just talking about something about like our generation. Like, I feel like kids these days are like wrapped up in bubble wrap. I saw a news story one time that they got rid of like swings or something because a kid got hurt in like a playground in like some elementary school. I'm like,
Yeah, I mean, that's the point, though. They need to be able to get hurt. There's consequences
Right,
for
exactly.
actions, and then like little boys wrestling and stuff.
Right.
Not like being malicious, but just
Yeah.
That's just
that's
people have done
just
that since the
human
beginning of
nature.
the- Yeah,
That's
exactly.
just nature.
Not even that. Like, I remember every year in elementary school looking forward to field day. Field day was like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, like it was like the
Yeah.
VMAs of, of elementary school. So, but now, like, I asked my little sister, I was like, because now she's at that age where she has field day, and I'm so excited. I'm like,
Yeah.
what are they gonna have? Are they gonna come with the fire trucks?
You're right. Yeah.
And
yeah.
spray you guys? And they're like, no, that's just the teacher said that's too dangerous. So they took that up. That was when like that
How can you?
when that water just came down, it was like, whoa.
Now, when I was in elementary school in Louisiana, and the best schools. Shout out to Louisiana for like really, like they really took us on field trips, like they did the whole 9. But anyways, in the playground, we had seesaws. Seesaws, if y'all don't recall, it's like the things that go up and down. Somebody has to be on both ends. When I tell you kids got their ass kicked by this thing, they had to get rid of them. Like kids were going to the hospital because kids would like, when somebody went down on one side, this kid got off, the person on the other side just free fall. And that happened a couple of times. But then the last thing that happens was a girl was standing. She wasn't even on the seesaw, but her chin was right under where the thing goes.
Ow,
and
yeah.
some kid jumped on it, boom. They got rid of those quick.
TKO.
In that case, okay. But little cuts and scratches, people, come on now. They got to be kids. They
gotta
gotta sit
grow
on the
up.
iPad in the room all day. That's just not childhood, you know?
My brother actually, like, I think he's 5 now, and all he wants to do is play on my phone. But like, he will bug me, but he doesn't want to go outside no more. And before, it was so like inspiring, like seeing kids like go outside and just run or just do things like that. But I don't know, I feel like it's pretty sad.
Yeah, I feel like we're getting away from that, like the PE and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And like the arts and stuff in school.
Yeah.
Like the music and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, they actually are cutting that down. I read that too. It's very depressing for kids these days.
I know. We're all just going to be inside on a computer and just like one of those South Park episodes where they're all
No,
so
we're
fat.
going to be like Wall-E, where everybody
yeah.
is on like these fucking flying chairs.
That is it, yeah.
And
That'd
they
be
just
kinda cool.
eating, and everything is just automatic. They just ask for a hot dog, and the machine just, that's scary.
It's super funny too, but it seems like it's possible. you know?
Yeah.
Definitely. We're going in that direction towards being more, less active and more interested in electronics and stuff.
That's really bad. Well, actually, now that I think about it, I watched a lot of TV when I was little, and I played a lot of video games. So I guess maybe.
I spent a lot of time alone.
Come on,
I just alone. I don't know.
what's going on?
I really hope I don't have a kid that, oh my God. I stress
Why
my
do you
mom out
spend
so
time
much.
alone?
I don't know. I'm a loner. Since I was a kid, I was always really scared to like socialize with kids. Since I was a little kid.
So were you scared of just socializing with kids, or are you scared of socializing with anybody? Because I had like a lot of social anxiety, but it was
Maybe
towards
it was
everybody,
that. I don't know. I think it was mainly with kids.
with other kids.
Yeah, like people my age.
Okay.
And I think it still bugs me now. Like it's very intimidating.
I think everybody has that to a degree. I mean, not feeling comfortable all the time.
Yeah.
I think it's
In different
pretty
situations.
Pretty natural. I think it's probably like instinctual. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like keeps you on your toes, something from leftover from years ago.
Yeah.
You know, that it keep you on your toes in case, you know, a predator was to get you, but now
Yeah.
it's just, you know, it's focused towards something different.
Mine's just focused towards water.
Well, oh my God.
Here I go again. Here I go again. I don't like water. Oh, another question. What's y'all biggest fear? Mine's just water.
Oh, mine's is dying. I don't want to die.
Really? Okay, that's another thing.
What?
I'll come back to that. What's your biggest fear?
I tell you, I have a lot of them really.
Really?
Well, kinda. They're all about equal. They're like, I don't want to get bitten by snakes. I've been around a lot of snakes. I don't like them though.
But is it to the point where it's like a phobia where you think about it when you're not around any snakes at all?
No.
Because there's a difference between like a phobia that bothers you regardless of the situation and a rational fear. Like I don't want to get bitten by a snake either.
Well, what's yours? Describe to me what you're talking about. Because I don't know that I really have one.
You don't.
I'm not scared of any.
It's just like I just think, oh God, no.
Yeah. Well, we all have rational fears. That's
Yeah.
healthy. But an irrational fear is like something that it's not necessarily dangerous, but it still frightens you.
Okay, I got one. This one is, there's pretty much no way you're gonna die doing it. But I hate roller coasters.
Really?
Hate them. So that's
Okay.
that's a fear. So
Well, there is a way you could die on them.
Oh, yeah, you could, but yeah,
I mean,
you could, but
but about the thing, Larry King said on the Breakfast Club that he is gonna go through like
I actually seen the Breakfast Club, that episode.
You saw that episode when
Yeah,
he
when
said,
you told me.
Yeah,
Tell me to
so
watch it.
he said that he's gonna have before he dies, he's gonna have his body frozen.
oh, the cryogenically frozen.
Yeah, so he's
I've
gonna be
seen that, yeah.
frozen, and then in the future, if they come up with, they probably will come
Then
up with
they'll
some kind of
melt
cure
him
for that
and-
disease he was gonna die for. They'll melt him and cure him of it.
Yeah, there's a place. It's either here or California that they have this place. I watched a documentary on it. There's a thing on HBO called Seven Deadly Sins. And they had this on there, and people pay like, it depends how long you're staying in there. They had like wife and husband that were like 70, and they got put in there, and then like, you know, years later, they're gonna get brought out, and you know, maybe they have a cure for the disease or not. And there's plenty of people that were young, and you pay like $80,000 to like $1 million to stay in there for X amount of years or whatever.
So, you have to choose the years.
Yeah, I believe so. I'm not sure.
Well, that's a luck of the draw.
Yeah.
You don't know when.
So what happens when it reaches like 2 years? What do you do with them? Do you just melt them?
I want decades.
No, that's
So
just,
to be safe,
Yeah.
throw the ball as far as you can because you don't know. What if
know.
2 years they don't have a cure?
Right, what if the next day after the 10th year, that's when they find it, and then your body's just melted somewhere?
No, it's not going. No, if I pay that much money, y'all better have me in the freezer for good.
I know. What if it's like,
Jason eggs.
Yeah, there better not be no thing where I could melt or some shit like that. It better be like legit. Come on now. But would you guys do this? Have this done? Would you guys be interested in something like that?
I've thought about it. I don't know that I want to spend that much money. That's probably
I mean, to
the
live.
biggest deterrent. But I don't know. I feel like I just want to die normal.
Yeah,
I just
I'm
die.
split.
I don't
I'm
know.
split.
I
Would
don't-
you?
I don't want to die.
So
I mean,
you
if-
would you?
If every 50 years I can freeze myself, yeah.
I guess you could.
That's the thing about you. See, I'm split on it because at once I don't want to live forever. Definitely not. You know, I want to die naturally, live
I'm
my
so
life, and
scared.
just let that be. I feel like the earth recycles. I just need to make way for the next generation, just like the generation before us made way for us. You
Yeah.
know, it's just everything goes back around. That's the beauty of like life to me, is that it ends somewhere. But I'm just really interested in what the fucking future is gonna look like. So if I could get a glimpse, even if it's just for a day, imagine if like Steve Jobs could just see this right now. Or we could go further if Beethoven can listen to Tupac, or like if Marilyn Monroe could watch whatever won the Academy Award. Like, you know, like there's things you're gonna miss because you're just not gonna exist when it happens.
Yeah.
And I'm just an interested person in what's gonna happen after I die. So this procedure, I mean, the only thing I could think about, I just don't want to be old. Maybe they could like freeze me now.
Right
So
now.
I come back. No, not right now. Maybe a little later. Maybe like when I'm 50. Larry
you're
King is old as shit though.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if he wants to even. He should have did that like a while back.
They'll probably like, I don't know.
No, because if they freeze you like you are, once they melt you like you are.
Yeah.
You know.
I know, but don't you think that like in 100 years they can reverse?
Oh, that's a whole.
I don't know
nother-
about that.
I don't know
Another-
reverse.
Oh shit!
I don't know about reverse.
Give me that.
No, but the thing about it is, I would throw the ball. You like, give me 3 decades. I think that's safe.
Well, speaking of that, they did have what is it called, the umbilical cord, and they were using DNA or something from that, I believe, to try to recreate body parts like arms and stuff like that from the DNA that they collected from the person when they were born. I don't know. I don't know how that. I don't know how that works, but yeah, try to recreate, limbs or anything like that.
What you gotta say, mystery? Come on the mic.
Stem cells, bro.
Oh,
Stem
that's
cells.
what it's called?
Yeah, stem cells. Okay, I couldn't think of the word. Yep, that's it.
That's what it's called?
Stem cell research. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, kind of like they had one on a South Park episode where they had the rat, and then they, what's his name, Mr. Garrison. They attached the penis to the rat's back. Yeah.
What the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
What is that?
So you can even your penis gets chopped off. You have like a Lorraine Bobbitt moment, and then you can just have another one.
Well, why would I want to do that?
I don't know.
Listen, just freeze me. Just keep everything intact. Keep everything intact.
You wake up and like there's shit missing.
Yeah, oh yeah, don't fucking chop me up. Like I just want to come
wake up
back
mad.
home, and I don't even have to be back for that long. But believe me, I'm out when I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. But I just want to see. I'm just very interested in what the future would be like.
I don't know. That just really scares me. I get scared of even going to sleep sometimes.
Well, you think you're gonna die in your sleep?
Yeah. Since
I think that might be a phobia.
I don't know.
Because that's what
That would
like
be
a
the best way to go. I
in
think.
your sleep.
No, I don't know why, but that scares me. Since I was a kid, I would not be able to go to sleep because of that. I would stay awake until I would fall asleep. It's just really the other day I was
You
like,
stay awake until you die for no sleep.
Yeah. So cause of death. the other night before I fell asleep, I was like, I thought to myself, I'm like, you know what? Nothing in this life is for sure, other than death.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's the scariest thing.
I think it's scary your transition into death. But I think the whole idea of your life ending and you just like, you become one with the universe again is just a really beautiful thing.
Yeah.
And it gives you meaning to your life if you know it's going to end one day. You see what I'm saying?
You know what? I think the thing with me is before I go, I want to make myself proud.
Okay.
I want to go back to LA. I want to do these things. I want to do everything that I wanted to do in life. I think I get so anxious.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to just go like that and then just be like, fuck, like dead and you're thinking still. You're like, son of a bitch. Like,
Dead and you're thinking still.
mad at yourself.
Now, do you want to have like a legacy that you leave behind, so that if you do hit it off big and you're in a film, you have something that your kids and your grandkids can watch and be like, hey, that's my grandfather.
You know what? I would want someone to look up, just at least one person, to look up to me as much as I looked up to James Dean.
Oh.
Just like that. Like, to me, everything that he said made sense to me. Like, even as a kid, like...
Now, James Dean had a very short life.
James Dean had a very short life.
Like, his career didn't even take off.
He died, like, at 24?
Yeah.
Was it 24?
Really young. My age.
Yeah. So, it was really intense. But that's what I would want, is to somebody just look back. Just at least one person look back who doesn't know me at all. And be like, you know what? He understands.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's how I felt, like, looking into James Dean. Very weird.
Yeah, that could be like as you live your life. There may not be somebody that comes up to you and be like, "Hey, man, you changed my life." Per se, that may not be verbatim what they tell you, but it could be. There could still be somebody out there like that. You may never know about it until you're dead, and who knows what happens when you're dead. But there could be somebody like that. Now, maybe not already, but eventually.
You know what? I think it was like 2 days ago. Somebody reached out to me over Snapchat, and he asked me if I had time to talk, and I was like, "Who the hell are you?" But what? Like, I was like, "What's up?" And he had just came out to his mom.
Okay.
Like, so everything was raw. Like, and I remember just telling him, I was like, I just told him my experience. I told him that I felt scared. I was like, "Oh my God, did I do the right thing? Did I mess up?" And he told me that helped him out. And I didn't necessarily go into it being like, I'm going to make someone's day or whatever. But that kind of makes you happy. Like, it's so weird that the things you go through, if you're just a little bit more outspoken about things, that you can help somebody else. Yeah. Like the whole Bruce Jenner thing.
Oh, yeah.
That is, to me, one of the most in this past, like, I don't know, like say 5 years, to me, that is one of the most inspiring things that I've seen, because that takes a lot of balls.
Yeah.
And there's just, sometimes I get really defensive over things like that, because I feel so much for that.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I feel like I can really connect to him.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, is Bruce making the full transformation? I can't remember if he's doing the.
He is. I seen
whack-a-mole thing. Chopping him off.
I think he is. But it's so cool hearing somebody say that before they
But about
die.
my understanding, he's not homosexual.
No, he's gonna.
No,
stay
you
with
know
us.
this is
what?
a whole different-
He explained it so well. He said that transgender does not mean that you're confused about your sexuality. It's that
Yeah.
you're confused about your gender.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that changes.
Yeah.
We got a whole different argument here.
There you go. And that's something that I never thought about.
Yeah, I never thought about
Yeah,
that.
and
I never separated
yeah,
the two.
Well, so he's technically not gay.
No, he's not gay.
Okay.
So the thing with that would like get me kind of like riled up or whatever was, I guess I don't like saying the word gay because I feel like it's categorizing, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like people automatically think that there's gonna be a girl and there's gonna be a guy.
Yeah.
I don't have an issue with my gender.
Yeah.
I had an issue with my sexuality.
Yeah.
I think Mystery wants to get on. Can you hear us, Mystery?
Yo, what's up?
Oh shit.
Yeah, you're in. Channel 4.
So what's your take on that?
My take is like I think that a lot of people surprisingly don't recognize that gender expression is actually a spectrum. A lot of people are taught in grade school just about the binary of like boys and girls and stuff, but like people got to understand that like gender is a spectrum, you know what I'm saying? And like what he said about Bruce Jenner coming out and whatnot, like he really did perfectly break down like that difference between gender expression and like sexuality, you know?
Yeah.
Like you don't have to like be homosexual to like feel like comfortable about your own gender, you know what I'm saying?
exactly.
Like there's a big difference, and that's what I feel like a lot of people don't understand, like when it comes to like the LGBTQ like community and whatnot.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people should be way, way, way more outspoken, especially if you're in that community. You need to speak up.
Yeah.
Because we're going to get to a point where when kids are born, we're not going to decide if they're a boy or a girl or if they're or whatever. We're not. I would love to get to a point where as a kid, you can start living your life the way you want.
Right.
That way you don't have to do it when you're 65.
And now Jolie and Brad Pitt's little girl is going through this too, and she's young.
Well, what now? What's happening?
One of their, I think it's their daughter, is having like, starting to want to play with boys' toys, dress like a boy.
Oh, how old
cut her
is
hair
she?
like a boy.
It started off so young.
Started off so young. 6.
Oh, okay.
And of course, Jolie and Brad Pitt being the coolest parents ever, are just like, yeah, that's you. People should model themselves.
Well, now she's just like a tomboy, kind of, or because my sister was like that when we were young. She was a tomboy. But
apparently the little girl wants to change her name.
Oh,
I don't have like
so maybe more serious.
Yeah, but it's so young, so that's just
I
evidence to me.
Yeah, I don't know how you can contextualize that in your brain.
In
at
your
6
brain,
years.
hey,
You know what? I think that as a kid, if you are put to that test where it's like, you know what, you can decide whatever it is that you want, kids will take it.
Yeah.
They'll be like, you know what? No, I don't.
Yeah.
This is this person that, even the way you dress them, if you tell a kid, you know what, you go with whatever you want, you take them, they will choose something so
different from like their parents.
themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's.
Everybody should raise their kids like that. Give your kid like free range, Let them do what they want to do. You never know what you'll get.
I feel like people should ask their kids questions.
Yeah.
What they want to do.
What they want to do.
I mean, not like the craziest thing, but iPhones and iPads way everywhere.
And let your kid go outside and fucking play. Take the iPad away. Like, let them get some cuts and bruises. You can't put them in a bubble.
Yo, we need to bring back Halloween for the kids is all I'm saying. There's not enough kids going outside.
Maybe it's just
trick-or-treating.
Vegas.
You know what it is? I felt that, but no,
It's
true.
not?
I feel like it's like a dying thing. I didn't get no candy.
But did you go to anybody's house?
Yeah. Even in California, like,
Word.
yeah, I didn't get no damn game.
Nobody had any to give you?
I think because I'm old as shit.
Yeah, maybe you
now.
old as shit.
Yo, I think it's just real sad because I remember senior year of high school, I was still trick or treating. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, we went out
I'm a
too.
trick or treat as long as I can, but I went to the richest part of like Vegas.
Yeah.
Well, not Summerlin, but I just went over to Anthem and I was like, oh hell yeah, I'm gonna get like hella fucking candy over here. So I roll up. It's about 8 p.m. Like seems about like reasonable like trick or treating time. I knock on this doorbell. this little 6-year-old kid, he answers the door and we're like, hey, what's up? Trick or treat, what's good?
That's good.
Kid's all like, oh, we're done with that now. I was like,
At what time?
8 p.m. I was like, little
the
kid, you do not tell me when I'm done fucking trick or treating. Why are
give
you
me that
inside the
candy.
house? Like, first off, and I think it's just part of it. Honestly, I feel like it's being commercialized a lot by malls and stuff. Like, why would parents want to like have their kids run around in a neighborhood when they have like, oh, we'll just send them to the mall and they
Yeah.
could trick or treat at stores? You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
that's
Yeah,
not good.
and you don't have to worry about, people putting razors and apples and stuff.
See, but we had that worry too, and we just dealt with it. You see, don't get
Yeah,
too
we
scared
kinda
about
did.
shit
You know,
like
you-
that.
you
You know,
check your candy
You just check
before-
it. My
yeah.
parents did that all the time. Now in
Yeah.
Louisiana, Halloween is huge, but Louisiana is a scary fucking place.
Oh, yeah, all the voodoo.
Yeah, all the ghosts, the haunted like plantations and stuff. It's a big thing, and it was, like, Halloween was really scary.
You
for
know
me
what
as
we
a
should
kid.
do? We should plan a trip out to Louisiana.
We should. I need to go back home.
I need to go back.
Okay.
Let's go to LA.
So, I'm sure you've been to Mardi Gras.
Yeah,
Okay. I've been before, but do you know where Mardi Gras started?
is it like Brazil or something?
No, it started in Mobile, Alabama.
Really?
Yep, they still have the parade there today. That's where it started, and then
They have Mardi Gras in Alabama.
In
yeah, that's where it started
Alabama.
in Mobile. That was the first place to ever have it, and then they migrated over.
I thought that came from like France or like Haiti. Or
It,
something.
it did, but that was the first place like in the United States.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow, I did not know that.
I know, that's crazy.
So what
That's
is-
crazy.
What is Mardi Gras? Is it just like a parade?
It's like the first after Ash Wednesday,
Yeah.
or something like that. So you like get rid of all your. It's Fat Tuesday, so it's a Tuesday before Ash Wednesday. So like you get everything out of your system before you. What is it? I'm not religious.
before Lent, I guess for
Before
the full
Lent,
40
yeah.
days of whatever you're giving up.
Whatever you're giving up, so you just go fucking wild.
And you just drink.
Drink, party,
Drink, fuck,
ladies.
Cleanse your soul of everything.
yeah, just
Spiritual purge.
just
Oh my God.
get degenerate before you have to give it up. It's Mardi Gras every day for me. I never sacrifice anything.
Yeah, pretty much anything. It's kind of like, I guess, Vegas, but closer quarters.
Yeah, yeah,
And I don't know. I felt like it may be a little bit more wild just for that period of time.
it is.
Yeah.
I feel like Vegas on New Year's is the closest Vegas gets to New Orleans on
Yeah.
Mardi Gras.
Mardi Gras is pretty crazy.
I mean, Mardi Gras is crazy.
Yeah.
And plus, you're in the South, so it's like anything could fucking happen. You know,
And no,
the music is different. Like the mind frame is different, and people are not always turning up. So when that hits, everything they held in comes out. So it's like insane. That's home.
Now, is it still like super? Because the last time I was down there was right after Katrina, or like the New Year's or Mardi Gras right after Katrina,
Okay.
and haven't been back since. But it was like super sketchy there because like a lot of people had left, and then a lot of like just criminals were there.
Yeah.
So they were kind of like watch out where you're going and stuff. Like
Yeah, that the city wasn't doing very well, so that probably was the least turned up Mardi Gras in history.
that. Yeah,
it
because
was Skid Row.
Yeah, yeah,
was.
basically.
Skid Row with beads.
I mean, New Orleans ain't a nice place, so on any day.
No.
But that probably was really.
And to top it off, we actually were super broke college students, so we were spending the night inside of a Danger Ranger.
Oh,
Yeah, so a
really?
Ford Ranger on like the 5th floor of a parking deck.
Oh, brother, you might as well have been in Iraq.
I know.
It's
exactly.
dangerous out there.
Exactly, yeah.
They said that New Orleans has more murders
Oh, yeah.
than like the Middle East.
I believe it, yeah.
Word.
You know the most dangerous one I read, I think it was last year, was Tennessee? Or where's that? Where did Taylor Swift go?
Oh, I don't know.
Is that like it's that country place? It's that country music place.
Nashville?
Nashville.
Oh, Nashville.
has
Oh,
like
yeah.
the highest crime.
Really?
Yeah.
Nashville.
Nashville has the
Wow.
highest.
Good old
crime.
house on the prairie.
Not
What y'all
even
doing?
Chicago,
I know.
not Chirac.
What are they up to?
I
What
read
they
it and I
killing
was like,
people
wow.
for? Is it hood in Nashville? Have you ever been?
I lived in Tennessee for a little while. I've only been to Nashville like one time, and it was a long time ago. I don't remember like the downtown where like all the country music bars and stuff are. That's like super nice, but I guess he's probably not talking about that.
Yeah, you
part.
probably talk about the hood.
Yeah, I didn't experience.
Probably the hood, right?
Yeah, in inner city.
Yeah.
I can't imagine the good old country folks. Why they killing each other? I mean, it's not a lot of them. They might as well keep
There's
what
not
they
a
have.
lot of them. Maybe that's why, because there's not a lot of them.
Oh yeah, when they have beef, I mean, boom. All right, got 10 more to go. You know, the capital of country music. Calm down, Tennessee. What's going on? Now New Orleans.
Yeah.
Y'all need to calm down. I'm not from New Orleans. I'm from Baton Rouge.
They're on 48 hours a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
mhm, that-
They're
yeah.
in Atlanta and Birmingham.
Now you lived in Atlanta. How's
And
Atlanta?
Birmingham, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's scary.
Birmingham's just kind of like run down a little bit.
Is
you know,
it?
it's a big city. It's like the downtown. It's probably a little bit bigger than this downtown, and it's kind
Okay.
of mountainous and stuff. But it's kind of like, you know, so old.
Every time I think of Birmingham, I just think of like civil rights, like that whole deal.
Yeah, 'cause it's kind of, you know,
Because that was like the
kind of that vibe, yeah.
Yeah.
And then Atlanta, because you know, like in the Civil War, basically Atlanta was burnt down to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
So now Atlanta's like a metropolis, and it's like brand new. Everything's brand new, basically.
Wow, it's
Yeah.
Black Hollywood.
It is, yeah, really. It's
What they
super
call
nice.
it.
There's some fine black women there.
All right, there you go.
Oh yeah, oh, definitely. Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, man.
No, let's take a trip. That's why I hate when people like come to me talking about haunted shit in Vegas. Like nothing in Vegas is old enough. Very few things are old enough to be like have that scary feeling to it. Let me tell you, you go to Louisiana, you'll be lucky to find some.
You know what? I'm
that's
gonna
not
take your ass to
creepy.
my grandma's house.
Your grandma lives here. Your grandma lives in
Oh,
Vegas.
You know what? Yeah, she lives in Vegas.
The porn star one.
No,
Oh, that was your aunt.
not my grandma.
How weird would that be?
Wow, that would be.
That'd be awkward.
You know what? For a long time, I felt that it wasn't the houses that were haunted. It was me. A lot of some real shit. Like a lot of crazy shit would happen
Around
and
you.
It was the same shit. Like I remember one time at my grandma's house in California, the place where I lived at, whatever. I was laying in bed and I heard a knock, and it was at the top part of the wall. And then like 10 seconds pass, and knocks again, and it gets lower. And I'm like, well, that was weird, whatever. So, and then 10 seconds after that, when I hear a knock again, and it gets lower.
Uh-huh.
And time, and then it gets lower and lower. And then I tell myself, I'm like, you know what? I'm really fucking scared. If it knocks again, I'm gonna run out this bitch. Like, good 30 seconds, and all you hear was like boom, 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 like
Oh,
right next
shit.
to my ear,
You're
like
trying to-
right next to my ear. And I get up and I'm like, fuck this, and I run out.
What you running to?
I just ran, like
You ran to the corner store? Or
my cousin's brother, so I just ran. But a lot of shit has happened there. My cousin actually committed suicide at that house.
Now this house is in Vegas.
No, this house is in California.
Oh, okay, that's different. Some shit in California is old enough.
No, but like it was so crazy. I think he hung himself.
Inside the house.
There was like a back house. Yeah. So
What's your scary story, mystery?
Oh man, so this ain't really like scary per se, but it definitely is something I think is like with the paranormal. I was chilling over at my homeboy's house, and we were just sleeping over and stuff. And then next thing I know, like I'm like passed out like on the floor or whatever. And then right in the morning, dog comes in and starts like licking my face. And I was like, yo, I don't want these fucking problems, yo. Like, get out my fucking face.
Right.
Like the dog keeps just like licking my face and stuff, and I'm like pushing it away. And then, because I'm just trying to sleep, like it's like 6 a.m. and I'm like passed out. So then wake up like in the morning, and then like my homie's like sitting there playing video games and stuff, like chilling. He was awake the whole time, like I was asleep, I guess.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, bro, why'd you like open the door and let the dog in? And he was like, yo, that door's been closed all night. I was like, yo, wait,
fuck.
what? And then
Hell
I was
no.
like, my homie that owned the house, I was like, hey, bro, your dog like came into the room somehow and was like licking my face, dude. It was the one with like the tears like over its eyes. You know how like poodles like or whatever, they
Yeah.
got those black tears. I was like, yeah, bro, like it was like licking my face, and like it was in the room. And then he was like, yo, dude, that dog died.
Fuck that shit. You see, I never hear ghost stories that have to do with animals.
Yeah, like
That's scary.
the rest of my day, I was so shook. I was like, yo, I got looked by a damn ghost dog. You know what I'm saying? That's like, how many people could say that?
I don't need. Fuck that. How about you, Mr. Snipes?
No,
Scary stuff.
I don't have any.
Like, you've been to New Orleans. You saw the LaLaurie Mansion?
I don't know which one that is.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen all kinds of
that,
stuff.
right?
There and in Savannah, Georgia's kind of like that.
Okay.
It's all like the movie Good and Evil.
Oh,
Like that.
okay,
That's where that
yeah,
was. Yeah,
okay.
it's kind of like the Spanish moss and that dreary type feel. It's the same thing. I don't really have a
The first club I ever went to before I turned 21, it's in Baton Rouge. It's called Spanish Moon. And this place was a makeshift morgue when Baton Rouge got hit by a really bad hurricane in like the 1800s. And basically, there was dead bodies everywhere because they got hit, and they wasn't in a point in time where they could even handle or predict. It just got hit.
Yeah.
And I mean, this place was open, and they just started dumping the bodies in there to get them out the street. The place is still open, and they decided to turn it into a bar. So they say, it looks like, look up Spanish Moon, Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Tell me that shit don't look creepy. Basically, they say they have a friendly ghost in this place that like moves your glass around the bar and shit.
Friendly ghosts. I
Ghost.
just don't trust that, yo. Like all that mischief and move my glasses around. Like, watch, I'm gonna like pick up a drink with a roofie in it.
The ghost is trying to roofie us.
I mean, you already got licked by a dog, so.
Right. What's
Right,
next,
what's
Johnny?
next?
What's next?
My next experience is gonna be with a succubus. Oh man.
Octopus on the face. So
Oh,
random
shit.
as shit. I want to go to your grandma's house now. I'm not scared of shit.
You can handle that.
Oh, I can handle that.
Oh, okay. So when I did move out to California, my grandpa, if you tell him to build something, he'll build it, and he'll build it fast.
The handyman.
Like, I'm telling you, he's like legit. He had his house, and he built me a shed. Like right outside the house, like it's like connected to the house. It's like this wooden shed, and that's where I stayed at. And I loved it. It was so cool, but it was the scariest shit that you could ever do. Like everyone, like they're not even that like how do you say it? Superstitious, but they all say that they see things, that they heard things.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, whatever. But I get scared really fast.
Yeah, I don't really believe in ghosts.
No.
But I believe bad energy and even good energy can be left around in specific places.
Yeah, well,
Because I felt something very dark when I passed the LaLaurie Mansion. And very dark.
okay, so
And I didn't even know that was the house that my grandparents would always tell us about. I didn't even know. And I had to find out. And I was like, a sense of darkness came over me. And like, I know the history, but the fact that I didn't know where I was,
And
I
you
know the
felt that?
house, and I felt that was like, holy crap, man. You could just feel when you're in the spot, like so many people have suffered in this one place. Like that energy is left behind.
Yeah, one Halloween back home, I worked at one of those haunted houses, and it was like one of those so-called, I don't know, they said that a lady was walking up the stairs, and this was like hundreds of years ago, and this Indian guy jumped out from like this little ledge and hacked this lady up.
Oh, shit.
And they had like blood all on the stairs.
Oh, shit. It's still there?
It's still there, yeah. I mean,
Oh, fuck.
And as far as I know,
100-year-old
it was real. As far as I know, and so
So if the
like,
blood is there, I don't know how much more evidence you need.
they left it there, yeah.
The
apparently,
body.
yeah.
100 years and they still ain't cleaned up the blood.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like they went back afterwards and put some down.
What is that called?
I don't even know. It's called Spring Villa. It's in Alabama. Spring Villa.
Look that up, listeners.
And then, so I worked there, and they had like little booths, and you'd kind of like walk through a maze, and then lights would flash, and you'd jump out and scare people. You'd be dressed in a costume.
You see, now they fucking with something real. Now
Yeah.
our haunted houses in Vegas are just makeshift in the parking lot. You see the
Okay.
shit in the South?
Yeah.
Y'all don't know this though. They got the stories to back the shit up. So it's like, they have the history,
and
and
it's
the shit
even-
has been there forever.
Oh, it's even crazier if you go to like find one of those Christian Halloween things.
Yeah.
Because you think they're gonna take like the light, but they take like the extreme right version of it, and they're like, you walk through and there's like people like blowing their brains out, and it's like, don't do this, like for real, like
what?
it'll flash, and then like the guys like brains will be on the back of the thing. You know, it's all fake, but
Yeah,
it looks like
but
super
yeah.
real and loud.
And honestly, even if I know it's fake, just knowing that I'm in an old spot, that some shit might have happened in that spot,
Yeah.
it will just like take it to a whole nother extreme.
Oh yeah, definitely. But the only thing, I had a lot of fun doing that, and it lasted 2 weekends. First weekend, there was like 3 of us, all my friends, and we had like a bottle of liquor in the back. So we go take a swig and come back out.
Yeah.
And I got so plastered.
I bet.
I threw up. I was
Oh,
laying
shit.
on the floor. People were walking by and the lights flashing. I'm just like laying there.
They probably thought you was part of the
and
show.
my own puke. And the worst thing, I came back next week and my puke was still on the floor.
Oh, they just keeping everything, keeping blood on the floor, puke. What a janitor at?
I know.
Clean
Don't
the
clean
shit
up.
up.
I know.
This shit been there for 100 years. Your puke is gonna be there for another 100 years.
It's probably still there.
It's probably still there.
I should have signed underneath it.
You know what? They probably just added some story to it, like, oh, this is like
This is ectoplasm left by the spirits.
right from the spirits. This is Lucifer's.
No. But going back to my grandpa, he built me that shed, right? Every night, some shit would happen. I heard somebody walk, like at the top of the shed. Like it's wood, so you hear footsteps. And first I thought it was a cat. I was like, there's no way that there's a cat that fat that can make that type of noise.
Get
And
down
then-
from that Garfield.
Yeah, right? No, but I was so scared. Like to the point where you just want to get your shit and just run.
You see what? We're gonna take you to New Orleans. We're gonna get you some
No,
voodoo
you
shit
can't
to
take
protect
me to
you.
no, like
Yeah, we're gonna get some shit to protect you.
to protect me.
Yeah.
You know what? My grandma, she actually gave me
Cause you got stuff going on.
she gave me a cross. Ever since she gave me that cross, I felt so safe.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta get rid of that. We need some voodoo.
We need some nice sagebrush.
We need some Haitian gree dust.
A fucking gun.
Get rid of the Christian shit. They ain't gonna protect you.
No,
I got something that's gonna protect you.
a fucking shotgun.
No, we talking about mystics here. Nothing physical
Oh,
like that.
man.
We gonna get you.
You know
something,
what?
bro.
There's
Ain't shit gonna mess with you.
you know
after
how
that.
like in the Louisiana community, whatever they believe in voodoo.
Yeah.
It's like that in Mexico.
So what
Like,
do they have in
it is-
Mexico?
No, but it's the craziest thing because it's like I don't know if you guys do the same thing, but like say if like someone's scared or somebody's not really feeling themselves or anything like that, or they feel so detached, they have this thing where like they'll clean you with an egg, and they'll say
Oh,
like
I've
this
seen
type of
that.
Like a hard boiled egg.
you know
or-
what? No, it's just
Or do
an
they crack the egg on you?
But no, it's just an egg.
And if it fries,
What do you mean?
bad
What do you mean
stuff.
an egg?
It's just an egg, like a regular egg, and because there's like life in an egg, right? Or there
Not
was
necess-
life.
Well, not necessarily because you know that female hens they lay eggs periodically. Once a day they lay an egg. Okay, so they don't. The egg does not have to be.
Alive?
It doesn't have to be inseminated by a male. The female's gonna have the eggs regardless. But if she
Really?
Yeah.
and then there's a 21-day gestation period between when she has the egg to when the egg it hatches. It's either 19 or 20. It's different for each bird, but it's between like 19 and 21 days. Yeah, and so if it's not inseminated, then
There's no life.
that's
in
what
it?
that's
It's
the eggs you
good.
eat. And the ones that are inseminated are the eggs with the chickens in them.
Wow.
So
Hopefully I don't get one
so
of
if you go
those.
to the big farms in the South, like Alabama, we have
Yeah.
tons, millions of chicken farms. It's just females in there. They feed them good food, and then they just shit out the eggs, and it's not. There's no males in there. Yeah.
What?
Now, not many people know that either. Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
I thought every scrambled egg was a little baby chicken.
That's
No,
what I
no.
thought.
Holy
No, no,
shit!
no.
But wait a minute. How do they clean you with an egg?
So what they do is like they
Okay, so they have an egg and they just
have
roll
like
it on you?
They have like a prayer or whatever. So they pray and they will like rub. It's the weirdest thing. They did that to me.
They move
Like,
it around you,
Yeah.
so they don't
So
actually
one
touch
time
you with the egg.
I felt just so for like a month. I felt so weird, like so off, so like disconnected. So
After the egg.
I told my mom, I was like, you know what, maybe I need it. So she did that. She prayed. She did all these things. After they do that, you're supposed to crack the egg into a cup. So you whatever. There was bubbles. I swear to God, there was bubbles coming out of that egg, like real shit. And I was like, okay. And I've never really believed in things like that, but I was like, oh, this is really.
What is this? What is this called? What part?
I'll
of,
send you. I know there's like a prayer link, and I'll send it to you. It's so weird, But what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to grab that cup, and you're supposed to throw it in the like down the toilet, and you're supposed to say
Down the toilet?
yeah. You're supposed to say you're not, you know, you don't. You're supposed to say something where it's like so liberating, like you don't control me no more, and you flush it.
Oh,
and
so that's the devil. That's the devil in the egg.
What it is supposedly like
Get out of
different
here,
things,
devil.
different things happen to the eggs with every person. So there's you know how when some people throw so much hate towards people,
Yeah.
how you were saying that whole vibe thing,
Yeah.
it can affect people.
So what
Or
do their
there's-
egg look like?
Or well, the bubble thing. So
Oh, so
I
yours-
went to work and I was telling people, and then they're like, that actually means that somebody actually put something on you,
Oh my
Like a
god.
like that
Curse?
they
Like a
wished
hex
you-
or something?
Yeah, like that.
Oh shit.
But like what I'm saying, like in the Spanish community, that is so popular. People do voodoo. Like there's witch doctors.
Oh
You
fuck!
can
I'm so
go-
tainted. My egg might be black. Damn, I want to do it
No,
just so I can
there's
see.
things where like you're okay. So there's also things. Say like if you're scared at night, right? I know that they have this thing where, or like if you see ghosts or like you just supernatural shit, right?
Yeah.
You say a prayer. I think you crack the egg in a glass of water, and then you put it under your bed, and in the morning you look at it, and if that egg is black, then there's something going on.
Some bad
So,
juju.
so it's like a
Mine's
poached
gonna be
egg,
black.
yeah.
Yeah.
I got all kinds of friends on the other side. I've been fucking around with all kinds of shit.
Man.
Mine's gonna be
But
look
isn't-
like tar.
Isn't that really crazy? What do they do in Louisiana though? Like,
Well, I don't know if they do anything with eggs. I mean, they sacrifice chickens and shit. I mean, well, this
well,
different.
no, like in the Spanish, yeah, they do other things. I mean, the eggs is like one of the most common things.
I remember from Cool Running, you know, that guy kept that egg in his pants for good luck.
I never heard of that.
That's his ritual. No, there's different kinds. Haitian voodoo is very serious. It's a religion. But once you get in Louisiana, it's just folklore and like, you know, fun stuff. It's not like, it's still kind of like,
But it's crazy, right? How you can put a hex on somebody and
yeah, my egg will be black as tar. Let me tell you. I've been dabbling in shit. People have been dabbling in shit with me. I know I got curses on me, but I've been fighting them back with my own. Fuck y'all.
you don't like it.
That's wild, yo. What y'all think about witchcraft? I remember I was messing around with this girl I met on some app I don't want to disclose at the moment. But long story short, she came over to my place and she was telling me about how she's into witchcraft and stuff.
Oh,
And
shit.
at this point in time, I'm like, damn, yo, what have I got myself into? I invite this girl over who's into witchcraft. What's going on? So anyways, she was just telling me about how witchcraft, like, there's a big misconception.
Yeah,
of
it is. It's the
actually-
Wiccas, it's like a religion that was like just like voodoo. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, it's something that was demonized
Yeah, exactly.
by people who didn't understand it.
And like, yeah, she was talking about like when you're placing like charms or hexes or whatever,
Yeah.
all you're doing is like some kind of ritual that just manifests your will. Like what it all boils
Yeah.
down to is what they call like the law of attraction. And that's
Uh-huh.
basically like what you think like becomes a reality. And it's just like, so like, is everything else like theatrics? She was kind of just like, yeah, it's basically just the law of attraction, but you're just like putting it into like,
You see, these things have a lot to do with, they very cemented in like science and like your thought process. Voodoo is very like, it has to do with like roots and how different kind of like herbs and things like affect you in different kind of ways. So a lot of the stuff, like a lot of the like hexes in quotes, dust they throw is like, it works, but it's not magic. It's just science. Yeah. It's just different kind of herbs that affect you in different kind of ways when you breathe in or stuff like that. So that's very interesting.
yeah, that's some wild
Damn, the
stuff.
shit you find on online girls.
Yep.
You got a witch
Shouts
in you.
outs to all the online honeys.
I know. Things you find on. So whatever happened between you and her?
Yeah.
Oh man, I never hit her up again.
Okay.
After that turned you off?
Nah, it was just some other stuff. I wasn't really feeling her.
Oh, okay.
It was just.
I mean, the witch thing is a plus. I think that means that she's open-minded. Hey, any
Yo.
witches out there?
I'll at your boy. I just thought it was
Hogwarts.
like, that's like
Oh,
like
that's my
some.
dream.
that's like a potential disaster. If I get any more involved, I'm like, yo, like
if you fuck up.
If I fuck up, I do
Oh,
not
yeah.
need to like come home to like.
You don't need a cat licking you. This next.
Yeah, I don't need like any bats like coming out of my sock drawer or nothing.
Mice biting you while you sleep. Yeah, get Johnny while he sleep. Vulnerable when you sleep.
No. That's so scary.
Well, I want to say thank you to my guest, my good friend. I know you'll be back. Bring Josh next time.
I'll bring Josh next time.
Bring Josh next time.
He was supposed to come, but he's working.
Oh, okay. We'll make it a day where he doesn't work. Let's say thank you to Mr. Snipes.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
We'll have Mr. Snipes here all the time.
Oh yeah.
This is not goodbye.
I'll be
and,
around.
of course, Mr. Mystery
You boy.
on that mic 4 out here getting licked by ghost dogs and dating witches.
Well, thank you for having me. It meant a lot.
Of course.
I love it.
These-
Every time we link up, I'm telling you.
I needed you on here early because I was like, who's next? Christopher Pierce.
Christopher Pierce.
Christopher